Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Brandon, what about to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
First play, Watson to the air.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They find some open field here.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
This complete to David Bell.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And the coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 36 yards.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Smith catches left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding finding ways to cover him, and I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now.
Touchdown, Eagles! Julio Jones from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out in the next game.
Here we go on 4th. Watson.
They'll fire deep, looking for more.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, it was a good decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Watson. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Watson now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Watson off play action. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw. And he is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
83 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I would call it a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Stays on his feet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They run it again with Chubb. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, this is Chubb. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. Fights off the defender. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise,
and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Now Watson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, here's Hurts. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. On 1st down, Hurts. Zaccheaus here, hauling it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Olamide Zaccheaus in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. but for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there, shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, They may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing is Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, but here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to Swift again on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Third down and 6. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense
came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell.
72 yards. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Next to score, Eagles 27, Browns 19. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Fighting through. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They go play action with Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Stopped short of the 25 with that second effort. Got him a couple extra.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
from 17 yards out.
And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's a handoff to Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
At the 12-yard line.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.